Wait a minute. You never finished Zeta? The third time around. What do you mean?
I've watched it twice, full, but I was watching it again a third time, like recently, and then I just stopped.
Oh. Well.
Oh, hello, YouTube.
Yeah. I started us about 30 seconds ago, 40 seconds ago when we were talking about Zeta. Yeah, I don't know. I've watched all of them so many times in parts and in full.
Yeah, Zeta I watched twice. And a couple of the movies I've watched twice. Some of the series I've not gotten into twice. But what's going on, guys? If you guys hear anything in the back, we are watching Thunderbolt at the same time.
I'm going to turn it down just a little bit on my end.
Mm-hmm. I just did the same.
Cool.
So if you guys have Thunderbolt at home, go ahead and throw it on.
Feel free to cue it. I can give you a
from the beginning.
Yep.
The first movie.
December Sky, as it were.
The guy who plays Lo or Eo, what the hell is his name?
Eok Fleming. No, it's Eo. It's Eo.
Eo?
Yeah, it's Eo. I
said
he is
Eo
going because to be I hate him.
Of Kira in the New Gundam Seed redub.
Really?
Yep. Huh. Should be interesting because the other guy had I think a younger voice, in my opinion.
I haven't been able to finish that.
What's going on, Alex? How's your
moving
going,
guys? Oh, who's the traveling man?
Where did all the sanding stuffs go?
Don't know.
I don't know either. It's a problem.
I was thinking about doing some painting tonight in preparation for the IPMS deal that's going down in the beginning of April.
Mm-hmm.
Just not feeling it. I got time. I'll get into plenty of that.
There's my file. I haven't painted in quite a while. Just not been into it. Alright. Sorry guys, I had to find a file. These big ass nubs.
I've got to dig into the settings and figure out how I can let Alex swear in the chat without me having to approve it every time.
Oh, you can make him, if you make him a moderator, you can.
I don't know how to do that. I am what is known as bad at this. Cool. All right. Well, hey, it's a step in the right direction.
Been moving before and after work since Monday. That sounds amazing. Sounds like so much fun you're having there, Alex. No, I'm sorry, man. I don't think anyone likes moving.
No. But, hey, it's a chance to have a new start. You know, maybe your walls will be insulated and
not wet.
You won't. Yeah, and you won't see your breath in the in the air inside the house. Just I'm for it.
What are you working on?
Hard work.
Cleaning.
Who? What?
Yeah.
What? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
We talked about it before, but
little song, little dance. That man's head on a lance. No, I'm working on cleaning up some components that are going into my OMC build for Cam and the fabulous celebrity judges. We'll call them. Original Mecha Competition, I believe, is what the OMC stands for. If anyone was curious about that, you can find out about that by going to Cam's Facebook page. which is that was a horrible noise, which is KAMM. I don't know what else it is, but that's the best way I can say it. Or you can go to the O.MC, O.M.C competition.
That's very
I don't
good,
know.
Paul. Very good.
Something like that. Anyways, yeah, you can go, and it's open to all. The competition rules are all right there. If you want to make something fun, doesn't have to be big. It can be small. I just don't like to build small things, so I'm making something that's, you know, a fairly decent scale. So, yeah.
Go.
I did a bunch of casting, and now I'm, just cleaning things up. I made a bunch of extra parts, like way more than any of my quote-unquote design, quote-unquote hard, quote-unquote. Depending on my, what my design is, I have way more parts than I need right now for what. So, just thinking, hey, it's better to have more than less.
I was just gonna say that. Less parts is never good.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No.
Click the 3 dots next to my name, Alex says.
What the What the hell does that mean?
I think for the cursing thing.
Ah, over here. Oh, what does this say? Ta-da! Alex now has control.
Uh-oh.
I'm fine with it.
E.O. Fleming. There you go.
Yeah, EO Fleming. What did I say? Eok, or I said Eok before? Because like Eok Kujan from IBO. That bastard. That bastard.
This is just not right. Yay, Alex can curse.
Yeah, he's a boy in blue right now.
So how much longer you got for moving, Alex? You think you're going to be done soon here, or
that's
still got
a good
lots
question.
of stuff?
Just reading Gamer Bud's comment about not wanting to hand paint a kid again.
Hand paint? No, I don't. Doesn't sound fun.
I thought about it. I always hand paint, some of my kit when I'm painting a kid.
Yeah, there's a little detail here or there.
Oh yeah, and then when I add like oil resolution, that's all done by hand. And
I was just watching
minutiae.
Henry's work in progress of the
Vegeta.
Yeah, he's got a vinyl, soft vinyl.
Oh yeah, Dom, right? It's a big scale, right?
Yeah,
172nd,
75th,
something like that, right? Yeah, I saw something posted. I follow him on Twitter and on the YouTubes. So,
but he was doing the Max Watanabe style, like the underpainting with undercoating with
all the big dots,
colored. Yeah,
all the big dots, and then
noise. Yeah, it came out really quite nice. Looked cool.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing a lot of builders doing that. It's kind of like been a
trend,
a popular trend lately for people completing their paints.
Makes sense.
Yeah, my dog is making some funky noises in the other room. So if y'all out there in the stream listen to this now or posthumously afterwards, he is feeling old. Don't be alarmed.
I've made 9 trips, still got 4 or 5 more. That's not too bad. What about like your furniture and stuff? Does that fit? You have to like rent a I don't know, U-Haul stuff? Got some college hunks moving junk up there.
Whoa, easy, Tiger.
It's an actual
Guess
company.
so. Yes, I guess so.
All right. These arms go in here.
Backlog room is 90% done. Sweet. Good stuff. It's amazing that he has a gunpla room and a backlog room. Oh, one day I'll grow up like Mr. Alex.
Yeah.
Way
I don't even have
younger
that.
than
Come on,
me.
man. I own a house and I don't have 2 separate rooms.
Yeah, you have one room. What do I have? I have a quarter, or no, I have half a room and 75% of a room. Sorry, I should shut my mouth. I'm doing all right. I'm in Brooklyn for the love of the Lord. You know, like,
Yeah.
wowza.
Sacrifices must be made.
Dude, nah. Oh, wait.
Come on, dude. Making the moves.
By room?
Eo, they're making the moves on the
yeah.
captain. He's an interesting Gundam character.
Who is that, Captain?
Gonna do all that Sunday when I rent the truck. Ah, okay, good. So, almost there.
Oh, yeah, I thought you had seen that. That's why I was. Oh, boy.
I'm gonna get to that energy cable part tonight. This build, which I'm not looking forward to.
What are you building again? I forgot.
The O.
Oh, that is right. We're building the O.
Building the O. The O.
I've made the human centipede of components here. I don't think I have any more of that shape.
Oh no! Camera flop.
Do you have an incident?
Yeah. Creeped around on me.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. My file brush.
We're done.
Oh, Cornelius, shut it. Yeah, that's a lovely noise, isn't it? It's actually not that bad. For me, anyways.
Oh, it isn't. I've heard worse. That screeching noise against the plastic I was doing earlier was certainly much worse.
Hey, that's par for the course, my brother. Look at that pretty dust. All green and blue.
All right, there we go. Got his waste unit here. Now, my least favorite part.
Oh, right, I was snapping the granddaddy, and then I finished that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
You know, it's good. It's small.
Yeah. That's
Even compared to the Zagok of the same era, or supposedly of the same, UC timeline. but the older kit, of course, not the Origin, because there is no Master Grade Origin Zagok yet, right, Bandai?
Ooh, challenge accepted.
You know Bandai's listening to us because, yeah, I'm just
playing Thunderbolt.
Shut up right now. Right, that's right. That's right. Somebody will see it. I'll get a copy strike, and then they'll see what I'm talking about. It's like, nah, dude, their computer just watches you.
The all-seeing eye.
Yeah, that's where the I in AI comes from. All-seeing eye, AI.
All right, so I have 8 of the L4s. One, 2, 3,
Oh man,
4, 5, 6.
these movies are so good.
Yeah, when I try to convince someone to watch Gundam, this is usually like what I'll tell them.
You guys go watch
Like,
Thunderbolt.
Watch Thunderbolt because it's, it's standalone.
Yep, enough.
And it's short enough to where you don't have to invest
A bunch of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two. Six. I'm not sanding these little beads.
What?
Like, I will eventually, but I'm not doing it now. When I get around to painting them, I'll figure out some way to.
It's 2 nubs per. What I do is I stick them on a skewer.
Yeah, that's what I did. What did I have to do? What? I had energy cables.
You just stick it on the skewer, and then you can hold it on one side and file it because it's in the center, and then that way it doesn't get
perfect sense.
That way, don't get too sanded down. That way, it doesn't
not too round.
Yep, that's round, not too flat. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, very good. L2. I need 6 of them. 6 of the L2s. Three, 4.
I gotta talk more so that people can watch Thunderbolt on my end and not have to worry about, because we're talking over it, so they can't technically copy strike it because we're
fucking beads everywhere.
Yeah, sorry. Beads have nothing to do with Thunderbolt.
Yeah, beads.
There's my old tool. I like using this wax carver to carve out the panel lines.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
What? What did I do?
I just thought they were all together. They're not. You have to do certain ones. So
oh no! Did you just
3,
start
4, 5, 6?
Yeah, they made with the Zaku, or not the Zaku. The name, the Goof was like that. It was 7 of this one, or it was 3 of this one, 4 of this one, 3 of the first one again, and then 2 of this other one, and then do the same repetition on the other side. But then it's 60 or whatever of those beads or more. It's I don't know. It's not
ridiculous.
I'm whining about nothing, but at the same time, I'm gonna whine.
Now I go back to L4 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no.
No.
Poor Carla. And poor Daryl.
Meh.
Oh, just a hapless fool.
He's a punk.
What?
Oh,
Daryl's the man.
nah.
You like Daryl?
No.
Holy shit, why? Don't tell me you're an EO guy.
It's Xeon scum. What the hell?
OMFG. Fightin' words.
No, I'm not particularly anyone's fan in this one, actually.
Yeah, I'm a Xeon fan of this, of the Thunderbolt. But I've been reading the manga. So I have my own impressions about, not necessarily, I guess I would say that I'm a Daryl Lorenz fan more than I'm a Xeon fan. Always have a fan of Xeon designs. Some people hate him. I like him. But really like Daryl Lorenz. His character, the character arc, I think it's cool. He's a good guy trying to do the right thing.
I don't know. Right and wrong or
Unlike
point of view
EO,
in
who's just a
Gundam.
fucking, unlike EO, who's just a bastard.
Yeah, but he's kind of a badass, though.
Kind of. He's still a cocky son of a bitch. He's ungrateful.
He gets the better looking girl, though.
I don't care. That is not a priority.
I don't remember her name. What's the season 2 girl?
Her name is oh man, it's something kind of funky.
Oh,
That's way back here in issue
1,
6.
2,
Actually,
3,
I think it's issue 5, which is definitely in issue 6.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2.
It's
20. I'm short 2. What did I do here? One. 6.
Anybody chime in yet? Hey, CB jumped in the chat. What's up, CB?
What's going on, man?
How's it going? Yeah, what's the last issue? Sorry. Issue 5. I grabbed issue 6. Drat.
Rats.
One of my favorite Deftones songs.
Man, this is annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. Then we have one more L4. We have 1, 2, 8, 7. Short. How did I get short 1? No match for a Gundam, you hear him?
Hey, Rick.
1, 2. This is a pain in the ass. I don't like it. There's that one. Worked graveyard and had training after. That sounds horrible.
Let's see.
He wasn't lying.
This is like a side story. Son of a bitch, I was wrong. It wasn't the
Gas
issue I
here
had.
is stupid expensive as it is. Yes. Healthcare cheap. Gas expensive.
Well, they gotta subsidize it somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, I need another piece. Peg legs.
Peg legs you. I'll peg legs you. All over the place.
This thing is big. $4.90 for 91 octane. Is that a gallon? It's about $2.50. Yeah, that sounds about right. I hope they keep animating this. I don't know if they announced anything yet.
I hope so too, because they barely get into. I think it's like. Well, they sort of get into episode 6 here, or issue 6. Maybe they get into 7. No, they don't get into quite into 7. I don't think, because that's where they. I'm not going to spoil any of it, but. Yeah, and they're on 10. Actually, 11's coming out soon. So.
Oh, is it? I didn't even know if there was more. Because I know the guy hurt his hand, right? The illustrator.
I don't know if it was that or what exactly happened, but they are slated for at least 11 and 12 still coming out. Their is cover art and their release schedule is planned.
Okay.
So I can only assume that things are all right. Bianca Carlisle, that's her name.
That's the pink-haired girl with the tattoo on her back, right?
Yeah, on her back. It's like she has tattoos all over her body.
Yeah, but I mean, like her whole back is one giant tattoo, right? If I remember right.
It's actually it's all tattooed, but it's a conglomeration of many tattoos, all insignias from her cruise.
I remember when that one came out, everyone went nuts for that girl.
Oh, Rick, we're watching Thunderbolt right now. It's 2 movies at this point. One is 70 minutes long and one is 80 minutes long. Both available from Right Stuff. Unaffiliated, non-sponsor.
Unless they want to throw a sponsor out, we'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm not fishing, but whatever's whatever. I will promote you if you say, hey, will you promote me? Yes. Oh, my bud. My poor old man out there.
The dog?
This right here is me filing.
Oh, okay. I was, Jesus, go now.
No, he does sound pretty bad in the other room, but...
Man.
He's just having a tough time.
1, 2, 3,
We're hoping
4,
to get,
5, 6,
at least another good day in the sun. But I'm hoping for. We'll see how it goes.
5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more 4s. Not a fan.
Daryl.
Stupid damn beads. Should have came up with a better way to do this.
Daryl sacrifices his last limb for the
Sucker.
love of a woman. For the love of a woman, and for the feeling of freedom. Would you do that? Would you sacrifice a limb for freedom?
A limb for freedom. Like my freedom or everyone's freedom?
Yours.
Ooh, I don't know. Probably not, because he doesn't have any other ones. If it was my first, maybe.
That's why you sacrifice your last limb for freedom?
2, 3.
Is freedom important to you?
No.
He's like, nope, I'm American. Nope.
Nope. Don't care.
What's chat say?
What about you guys? How many limbs for freedom?
Rick, you see Rick Road?
No. Why? Rick wrote, can't turn down free shit.
It's like, what series is that? Whatever. You're not going to turn it down. Cool.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. Love when a plan works out.
2, 3.
Another component. Bam. What else do I have? I need so many legs.
So many legs. Well, don't ask Daryl for any.
Woo?
He's got none left.
I have no legs.
Finger or toe for freedom. Legs. Yeah, that's not even the thumb. Okay.
Limbo for freedom? What? I missed something. And I'm okay with it. Okay. I cast this awesome blue color today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's translating very well in the video, but it looks like Lego blue.
Yeah, it kind of looks like almost like Granddad blue. A little bit.
Yeah, it is that. It has that kind of. I don't have the Granddad out. He's in the Detolf back there because he's in timeout. You had enough time, Granddad. You sit down. And sorry. And,
silly Granddad.
Hey, Granddad Gundam. Grandpappy. But I think I need one more of those pods at least.
So you have your design laid out for this competition?
Nope.
When is it due date?
October 31st. It's right around the corner.
Oh, you got some time, man. You got some time.
Plenty of fucking time, man. Plenty of time. So I'm I had a couple of different ideas so far along the way, and then I was like, and then I was like looking at one of my other kits and saw these parts on it and thought, hey, that'd be cool if this was like that and a different, part and so on and so forth. And so here we go. So I'm utilizing my own customized parts in an, somewhat unconventional manner.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm not talking about it because I'm being me
No,
about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't want to give too much away.
Well, I mean, it's not like anybody's going to copy me.
Yeah, I guess that's the original, right?
Yeah, the idea is that it's original. So, and like, Win is done or something like that. Overachiever.
Teacher's pet.
Yeah, I was busy. There we go.
This is not the way I like to do this. Why? There we go.
I absolutely missed the joke limbo for freedom when I was saying a limb.
Limbs for freedom. How many limbs, though? That's the question.
No, limbo. Like...
Anyone would give one.
I guess that's tequila.
All right, now it's time for the big old butt part.
Ooh la la. Not like that narrative version Neo Zeon, or the regular high grade for that matter.
Ooh.
Salud.
Thank you. Aye. Knocking stuff over.
I'm like right off camera.
I'm having to too. This runner is too damn big. Just like hold it down at my side.
I'm just lazy.
Did we get everything here? Let's bring the B15. One runner down. Yay! First runner in the hole. In the garbage you go. Where are you, iRunner? Come on.
Check the blade. Is it a blade runner?
Oh. I see what you did there.
Yep.
I got to see the new one.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I need to watch it again.
I heard visually, it's especially good.
Well, it's a little bit weird, but at the same time, it plays more on what the original source material talked about. So I find it nice, being a fan of both the novel or novelette by Philip K. Dick and the original movie by Ridley Scott.
That the big butt skirt here.
I remember I finished reading Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep while sitting on the beach in Cape May in St. Thomas, in the Caribbean.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was rad.
Yep, not a better place to read a book than that, right?
No, it was good. No complaints. I've so been tempted to buy the O.
Though it's so far it's pretty cool.
It's a big one.
Very visually appealing. Yeah, that's what I heard. Alex, visually, it's very, very nice looking. So far, the O is cool. It's a little floppy. I don't know if that's just... I don't think I did anything wrong to it, but...
Did you oversand it again, Paul?
I don't think so.
Just mess with you.
Actually, to be quite honest, on this one, I've done a little bit of sanding because it's, you know, it's a big kit with not that much surface detail.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I want to do something to it. So I haven't really been like, but I don't know what yet. I don't really have a plan. I just wanted to snap something big.
Cool.
So I haven't been going crazy like with the cleanup because I'm not really sure what I want to do yet.
Okay.
What I don't
That's
know,
cool.
like if I'm gonna, you know, it's so big, I think it needs some panel lines and stuff. So if I'm gonna scribe into it, I'm gonna sand it off again anyway.
Right.
So I'm not gonna go crazy with it. But it's not that many parts. Other than those damn energy cables.
Uh-huh.
Which are a pain in the ass. Okay. We're good with that. This could have been 2 pieces where the vents were a different color. That would have been nice. Yo, Fleming.
Yeah, that guy's a buster.
I don't know.
He
I think he was
is.
actually worse in the second one.
Yes.
As far as that goes.
He was.
Like, he really didn't take that good of advantage of that Atlas.
Nope.
Like, he did pretty well with the full armor. I mean,
he's learning. You have to read the manga. I mean, the Bandit Flower ends at like at the end of 6, and they're 4 books ahead already. So they're at least one whole movie and change.
He's no new type.
Oh my God, you're so right. E.O. Fleming is such a buster.
Bum.
He's a punk, I tell ya. All right.
Fleming,
I mean,
bum.
I'm going to mix me up a beverage. I'm going to turn up my TV a little bit so that the kids can watch the movie.
So what is everyone else up to tonight other than Alex probably unpacking boxes? That was probably a bad choice. I cut both these things out at the same time. Now I don't know which one's which. Oh, it's just one. Okay. I see. Relaxing before I snooze. Cool. Maybe the other way. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Put that in backwards. I should have paid attention to which one was which before I started snapping them in, huh? There we go. No, that's not what I need. What's going on here?
Oh, poor Mosai.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, that's so nice.
There we go. So this one goes on. This side? Maybe? Nope. Don't think so.
That guy. He ditches. He's like, fuck it, I'm out. No, that guy's a piece of shit, actually. He defects and then goes over to the side of, with, what's his name? Levin Fu.
That Fu.
Yeah, you don't really know about him much because Bandaflower, they barely talk about him. Sojin, Levin Fu. He is bad motherfucker. Get out my little pindrails.
All right, what's going on?
Come here, little pindrails.
Why am I having such
drill a little
hard time here?
Oh, what's going on? Talk to me.
No, this thing is just not wanting to line up here for me.
Calm down. Don't force it. You're hurting the gun.
There it goes. Okay. We're good now.
It's a hair too big.
All's well. All's well.
Oh, I see how it is. You were just freaking out for no reason.
Wasn't lining up the way I wanted to.
You know what, Paul? Sometimes. I'm sorry, nothing.
Things just don't line up.
Yep. Found the right drill bit.
All right.
Put this all my secrets for all my dreams to come true. The drill bit is gonna buy me a Harrier jump jet with Bazooka Joe wrappers.
Bazooka Joe?
Yeah, you know who Bazooka Joe is?
No.
Okay, that's cool. I figured it was kind of an old guy reference.
Give me a link. I'll hop on while I pack.
Link. They give you a link back in time to buy a 5-cent gum with a comic strip in it.
No, that was Alex.
Oh. Wait, what?
Alex just put that in the chat.
Oh, shit. Oh, that. Yeah. Hang on one second. My bad.
I was like, what?
Yeah, exactly. I was like a link to Bazooka Joe. What are you talking about? I know, right? You can see my confusion because I had no idea what you're talking about. You know, hey, I can't be quick all the time. Or any time.
Dang it. All right. Side skirts.
So I guess I'd give it 10 minutes to get to a point where it's jump. Oh, wow, man. I don't know what kind of... See, Alex is a little younger than me by only around almost 10 years. So, you know what, Alex? I bet that the gum that I was chewing was made at the same time the gum you were trying to chew was made. And so therein lies your problem. Where am I having conflicts here?
The H running.
H. You can leave that H speak out of here.
Gentlemen.
What's up, bud?
Oh, the Great Bearded Wonder.
I'm hungry as hell. I didn't eat dinner last night. I'm just freaking
Why?
working all morning.
What?
I'm racing against the clock. I want to get this shit done by the weekend.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'll be right over to help.
Yep.
but I would, if you guys came over to help, I would buy you like steak.
Oh, you wouldn't have to buy me anything. I would love to be able to come over and help, but unfortunately, we are on the other side of the planet from each other.
That's a good
'Cause
12 hours.
Right now, I'm moving this whole house by myself. Summer can't help me because she's unable to come down.
Oh,
And yeah,
she's there in spirit.
it's like,
Her heart's in the right place. You know, it's in her chest. So
yeah, okay. I guess she anatomically she does have one.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what
But
you know.
it's not
that's
gonna
what-
help me.
No, it doesn't. No. Yeah.
I mean, I reckon Rick and CV and Paul and Brian, you all got hearts too. And
True. Wait.
You know what? I can't
have a
prove
quote
that.
unquote heart.
Yeah, I do. No, I just felt mine beating. I did. From my hand right there, I went wub wub. Wub wub. That's a beat, right? Something like that.
Maybe.
No, it's more like doop up, doop up, doop up, doop up.
Oh, now you're singing my song when you dance. Sorry, that was weird. I'm a weird man.
Weirdo.
Moving
Hey.
is a very humbling experience, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fun experience.
Gives you the opportunity to take a look at your life and be like, wow, all this,
Where did I get this shit
all
from?
of this is mine. Wow. Wow.
It's a time for reflection, you know?
Yeah, if I had to move from my house, I'm not taking anything with me. I'm just buying new shit wherever I go.
It's like you leave my entire Gunpla collection
Oh, I'll take
behind.
that. But
So now your story changes.
but that's cataloged and organized.
I was gonna just set up on your lawn and wait for you to move.
Yeah. Got him.
Brian will get that trip.
Indeed. Well worth the money. No, my father-in-law just purchased some property down there in Florida.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that last time. Did you find out where it was?
No, I didn't. But I'm stoked on it, so we'll be visiting Florida more.
Cool.
Yeah.
We bought our tickets for New York.
Sweet.
So I'll be up there in November.
Nice. And then Andy's coming for IPMS thing in out there in New Jersey, in Wayne, New Jersey. I need to talk to him. I know tonight's date night for him, but I want to talk to him and see about what his plans are.
Did he for sure decide that? I thought they had said that was the day they were doing pictures.
He contacted me after the fact. And
Oh,
said
okay,
that it
cool,
was going
awesome.
to work out in the end after all.
Oh, perfect.
And
That's awesome.
yeah. I was just saying I'm going to rent a car, so if he was going to be like down here in the city or whatever, I could drive over or whatever. I'm driving anyway, so.
All right.
A buddy of mine
I was
gave
gonna
me
call
this.
my
Fuck no, dude. My buddy awesomely like gifted me his father's old like camera and lighting equipment case. It's like an old hard case with these amazing like metal rim and lock like twist latches and like a hard case that's like has like a foam line on the inside of it but needs like more packing foam for the kids.
Is that what they call?
Yeah, I think that might be exactly what it is. And so that way I can bring, the Angel of Death, which is all assembled now fully, and then all the other ones with foam and stacking and drive them over there.
You guys would totally shame me if you guys saw how I packed up the kits in my display case.
You put them in
I
paper
just
bags.
stuck it in a box and carefully moved it. That's all I did.
What?
Even the painted ones?
Yeah, like oh my god, the freaking Penelope was like awkward as hell.
Rightly so.
There was no
Yeah,
way
I mean, I don't know if there's a good way to hang on to that one.
You could do it. I have this like.
box and I just moved it.
Well, yeah, I mean, wrap it lightly, I guess, if you need to.
Who's
How
voice
far
is
over
that
did?
right now in Thunderbolt?
That is what is his name? Cornelius. Yeah, it's Cornelius, and it's right before he's like petitioning to the people of the Federation to not blow themselves up. No, the people of Xeon, sorry, to not blow themselves up, and then the Feddies go ahead and
beam saber them.
Kill him with a precision beam saber strike, like mere feet away. And then that is what ruins our dear Dr. Carla. Breaks her brain. You're like, huh? Too bad for her, huh?
It sucks for her.
Yeah, sucks to be revolutionary. Sucks to be
Pick the right side next time, losers.
She also didn't exactly choose what she was into.
Yeah, whatever.
She's her father's daughter, and was basically enslaved by what was, the corrupt Zabi Xeon at the time. I am a Xeon Zundaikun traditionalist, so don't mistake that shoddy fucking bullshit that was the Zabi clan from what the true nature of us pure Xeonists are.
MSG, you wouldn't be a Xeon fan?
In what? Like
in the original Mobile Suit Gundam?
First Gundam?
Yeah.
I am a fan of Xeon design, but I do not follow Xeon ideal at all. I think that they all got exactly what they deserve. And I think that Amuro and the crew, the white base, are only EFF in labeling. They are just fighting for their lives, regular people, and that's what makes them so compelling. So I am on their side in regards to their struggle for survival. After the somewhat more than subtle retcon that came from Origin, I have empathy for Char, Aznable, and Artesia.
Yeah, in the original one, they touch base on like
super duper lightly, very very lightly. It's nowhere near what goes down in.
And I mean, certainly
Origin.
the last arc of that, you were a lot more sympathetic to him once you found out, he wasn't even really with that Xeon.
Oh, you mean
he was just waiting for his revenge.
Yep. Yeah, but you don't find out about that until like the big payoff. It's almost like
it's like the last.
They find out that Vader is Luke's father. The end of Empire.
Spoiler alerts, guys.
Spoiler alert for
I think is so cool about Gundam is that you have two sides where the line between the good side and the bad side is totally muddled to a point where it's like it's almost kind of like you have two good sides and you just kind of choose. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's almost moment to moment as to who the good person or the bad person is.
Exactly.
Cool.
So, like to that respect, I think like the story arc and how they kind of planned out the stories for the whole series, or I guess the franchise itself, like, but obviously specifically to like the original timeline, I think it's like I think it was really well thought out to a point where you have that kind of balance where it's not just one-sided.
Like any war really is. It's not all one-sided in anything. Right. And so English Otaku in the Discord, our good friend, clued me into Mobile Suit Breakdown podcast. I don't know if either of you guys have checked it out, but he mentioned it, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I have been listening to it almost every day. It is great because not only does it go through each episode of, now they're only in First Gundam because they're just getting started, but it goes through every episode and it talks about, first and foremost, it talks a little bit about the episode, but it talks about what is going on in relation to the storyline, in relation to like Japan and Tomio and like World War II or past events and stuff like that. And there's a lot of like, it's more than just like straight Anna Weeb conjecture. It's like a real dive into history and like a lesson. I feel like I learned something when I listen to it, more than just like, you know, getting that richness from, you know, the nerdy Gundam stuff. I get like, you know, a little bit of a history lesson, a little bit of a sociology lesson, a little bit of a, you know, I don't know, whatever. Anyway.
That's cool. This is Tomino before drugs. This is
or whatever.
It just ties into like the current political climate and stuff like that in current times, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of like what are those two movies that came out like about like North Korea, and it was like White House Down, and then that other one that came out like almost at the same exact time.
Oh,
right when like Kim Jong-un like took power, you know what I mean?
Okay,
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name, but yeah, very similar like storyline.
Yeah, like it was like both things. It was like themed around like the White House going down.
Oh, was it like Olympus Has Fallen or something?
Olympus
like
Has
that?
Fallen.
Yeah,
That's
the White House
okay. I just remember the name of the movie because,
Olympus,
but yeah. No, there's White House Down or whatever, and then there's Olympus Has Fallen because there was Black Hawk Down or whatever, and then there was like or something like that, something like that.
Exactly the same freaking movie.
Right.
So I mean, like I guess it kind of shows like that type of deal has been going on, like you know, the influence of like current socio-political climates influencing media and in that way for decades.
Oh yeah.
You have 5 minutes. Audio and video surveillance.
But I think you can make that same exact comparison with like Star Wars too.
Okay.
I mean, you have like the good guys and the bad guys. You have the people who are getting oppressed and all that good stuff.
Right. The Empire, the evil Empire.
You know, like
we got Paul Vader.
It's a classic, you know, fight against the man story.
I always sympathized with Darth Vader.
The man.
Oh, but you don't like Xeon. What the fuck? What the honest fuck?
Yeah.
I suppose if you're going to side with the Empire, then yeah, or you would side with the EFF and with Darth Vader. You traitor. Leave us rebellious resistors to try and make the world healthy again. But no, we're just going to pollute it and steal your goods and ruin your society and
suck your milkshake with my straw. You guys ever see that movie, There Will Be Blood?
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
I don't think I saw that.
A really good movie, but he's got a funny part about oil.
Bring another points to the yard and bed, like it's better than you.
The whole nice, Alex. That was good. That was a good throwback.
Nobody ever wants to see my titties.
Titties. Wise man.
Maybe they're too small.
Yeah, you need to work on that.
Yep. You need to make more milkshakes. Oh, the beer with the fucking Xeon.
Right. I see how that's supposed to work. Clever.
Look at that pile of green and blue dust. This looks white.
What's going on here?
Nothing. Trust me.
Dusty.
Oh my god. How did it ever get to this point?
No, the
I'm
movie's over.
contemplating life choices right now.
Oh, you're there. Hooray. Boom.
I don't know. So I
Part
might just
2.
give up everything and move to the mountains to become a hermit.
Why don't you just give up everything and move to New York? Don't.
Anybody
Actually,
wanna buy some
the
donuts?
teaching, dude, the teaching salaries are not worth it here.
Yeah. See, in Korea, if you teach, if you're a teacher, you're technically a government worker.
Oh,
So you get
Wow.
government perks, government, tax write-off, all that cool stuff.
wait, they take care of you like you matter?
Yeah, pretty much.
The hell is that about? That's not the American way.
I have to write
That's not
them
the
in.
American
Mind blowing,
way.
right?
You have to pull yourself up by your literal shoes. You have to pick your grab your shoes, and then pull yourself up in this world by them.
Those shoes.
Your bootstraps. Go ahead and grab those buckles and give them a good yank, dummy. Sorry. I'm a little cynical.
Strongly worded email to Korea.
A strongly worded email to the. I'm not gonna go there. Gundam. What did I do with my band or my December Sky jewel case? Where did we go? What's here? No, it's not the end of the roll. You got yours handy?
What's that?
You have your bandit flower.
I do not. What am I doing here?
Oh no, that's a good
Cut
question.
something out, and then no, I don't know why I did that.
Probably because I was distracting you with the important things, like putting on the next Gundam movie.
Gundam.
Oh my dudes, I really screwed up my shoulder. Oh wow, I did a
Still
good one.
hurting?
Oh my god! And then today I was skating home, and I was going through an intersection, and cars are always hazardous. So I had a weird road condition, car condition, and had to throw my arms out to kind of steady myself. And when I did that, I flexed a bunch of muscles that I haven't flexed since I fell. And wow, wow,
Not a fun feeling.
wasn't ready to do that, but did not know. And pain ensued and persists. It's all good though. It'll heal itself. It's just the regular way things work. It just takes longer because I'm almost 40.
What? They're almost 40?
Oh yeah, baby.
What?
Yeah, me and Gundam both turned 40 this year.
I have no idea.
It's fucking kismet, Alex. It's kismet.
My phone's ringing in my ears as well. Hello?
That's pretty rad.
It's an important call.
Where did I put that jewel case? Oh man, I'm kind of confused.
I'll be right back, guys. I just got to grab something.
No stress, no stress. Do your thing, buddy. It's your world. Well, it's my world. It's all work. It's all our world. Really? So I picked up Twilight Axis, Alex.
Twilight Access?
The
DVD set
the
stuff?
shorts. Yeah, it's like a DVD. It's like the collected movies and then some extra goodies.
Wow.
Or the collected, I'm sorry, movies, my ass. The collected 15-minute episodes put together into a 45-minute to whatever it is. Little short. But it's cool.
I don't think I've seen all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I've dug around on YouTube and made it happen. You can find them, you can watch them, but it is not easy and it's really disjointed. I think this one has the No, it's still the dub, but not the dub. It's still the translation, but that's fine, and it's actually better because most of the time I'm finding like the dub loses a lot in voice acting crossover. Like IBO is not terrible, you know, it has like some, you know, whackness to it, but that's like the most modern aside from the build fighters, build divers, Fangs. You didn't watch any of Divers, did you, Alex?
What's up?
Did you watch any of Build Divers?
I've seen all of it.
Oh, you saw it all?
Yeah, I've seen every single Build Divers up to this point.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah, okay, it's built for kids, but I don't know. It's pretty good content to just kind of watch, and I'm more intrigued by like how like Bandai take on certain, you know, kit fashions and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, the stories. I mean, if you go into it knowing like, oh yeah, this is just, you know, it's childish. It's not really going to be something that has any substance. Then well, it's just good. Just time.
Yeah. It's like watching old episodes of Pokemon or whatever, right?
Right. So it's, you know, I mean, a lot of people bash it and stuff, but I'm just like, if you know what you're getting into, like, you're not going to be disappointed.
Well, I fell off because it was like geared towards kids, but at the time that I was watching it, it was subtitles only. So,
you guys talking about Build Divers?
Yeah.
I've heard from a couple of people that they actually like the dub better. They say that the voice acting is better.
Oh, well, I would think
typical.
that just for casual content, I think that it would be better for me because I have to really like something to sit and watch through it and read the subtitles. Like I'll do that for Ghost in the Shell or Ninja Scroll or Akira or any of like the OG stuff, and then I'll do that for 8 the Mass or 0080 or Stardust.
I find myself also it's hard for me to like binge a sub show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's one I follow that comes on weekly and it's subtitled, but you know, it's just a regular anime. So it's 20-minute episodes that I can watch in sub every week. Or even if I miss one, you know, 2 episodes back to back is not that huge of a deal. But to watch like a 25 or 50 episode show straight in subtitle, it's kind of difficult.
It's a little daunting. Like I watched IBO that way when it was coming out. I watched it. I started watching it at the very end of the first season. Then in the second season, I was watching it as it was getting released. Like my subscription to
Crunchyroll. I did the same
and
exact thing. I actually had a hard time watching the English dub one just because of the voice acting.
It was a little cringy at first, like getting used to
they're-
Mikazuki and then like the weirdness for Orga and
and they have such like deep man voices in the subtitle, and then in the
even though
dub,
they're
they
children,
sound like little
you know.
kids. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Well,
here?
because they are. I mean, really.
I know, but it was
about
just
like
you know, it was
Ride's like 14. You know, like he's supposed to sound like he's fucking 14, even though he deals with real life situations.
Yeah, it's just
That
hard once
is the thing.
when you get used to hearing something a certain way.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
switch it at that point, you know.
Sure.
Like if I had just watched it all in dub, I would have just wouldn't have cared. But there's only a few shows I've ever watched that have been both, so I generally have a hard time comparing. I don't know. I'll do the same thing. If a dub is available, I'll watch a dub.
Yeah, especially if I'm just working, because it's easier for me to
Well, I
watch.
think that's the main reason we watch dubs, because we're usually watching or listening while we're doing something else.
Yeah, I'm absolutely listening while I'm working. Totally, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like unless you watch both, how the hell would you know? You know, like you're not going to compare it. You're just going to say, oh, I liked it or I didn't like it.
I remember the first time way back in like I would say maybe the early 2000s when I watched Ghost in the Shell with the subtitles as opposed to listening to it in the dub, and I was like, wait a minute, whoa, the dialogue is way different. Because I had seen the dubs so many times that like watching it with the the original language and the subtitles, I was just like, man, I am missing the out.
Did you see that Netflix is redubbing Evangelion?
Oh, but they brought some of the old voice actors back, didn't they?
Nope. None of them. They're all new.
None?
None of them.
No.
I don't know how to feel about it. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to watch it now. Well, I own them, so it's whatever, but.
Yeah, I know. So do I, but it's like, well, I mean, also I gotta say, like, Spike screams a lot for what might be construed as no reason, like bad direction. Because there's a lot of Shinji, aka Spike, the voice actor, just screaming for like tens of seconds.
I mean, I'm assuming though they asked them to do that. Like,
I know exactly. I think it's bad voice direction. I think that there's more going on there. Like, I bet that they're in. No, I haven't watched the other one. I would like to hope that there was some sort of. I don't know.
It was odd because from everything I've read, it's like widely considered one of the better dubs ever made.
Well, right. For the most part, it is. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, the voice acting is really good. The characters play well with each other. It links really well. It all rolls right. But there are points in there where it's just Spike screaming.
I watched something the other day, and it was the voice of Shinji. I just can't think of what it was. It was another anime, but I was watching something, and I was like, God, that voice is so familiar. Who is that? I couldn't place it for a little while. I was like, that's fucking Shinji.
Will a turtle give up its shell and fly into the skies?
But especially Asuka, I find that one to be hard to imagine anyone else but her doing that role.
Yeah. I imagine her voice as other characters that I read in books.
Anytime there's like a snotty girl.
Yeah, I just read this the first book in the Mistborn series, and like the main character is a young girl that's kind of like a scrapper, a thief of sorts, and I kind of imagined her as having, that same voice.
I think Shinji, like, if they replaced him, I probably wouldn't think of it too much, but
that's Spike. That just depends, I guess. As who they replace him with, and like.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously they're not. Probably, that would seem odd to replace just one of the cast or whatever. It'd be strange.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they were gonna keep Asuka, and they were gonna keep Matoko potentially. But I could just be fabricating that, from my dreams.
Yeah, well, I just from the girl who plays Asuka, she's pretty involved in Evangelion, more than anyone else.
Yeah, we touched on this briefly before, right?
Yeah, and she tweeted about it just the other day, or Facebook posted or something. I don't know, but she was disappointed.
Do I not follow you on Twitter?
I did not retweet it or anything. I was reading it. I read it on Facebook.
Still, I'm just saying, do I not follow you on Twitter?
I doubt it, and I couldn't even tell you the last time I posted on there.
That's okay.
I still don't know how Twitter works.
It's really simple. You just only have a limited number of characters. Only idiots try to use all of them by captioning them on both ends with ellipses. And that's it. You can only post 4 photos. Go have fun. There's a lot of amazing content.
Yeah, I'm only on there to Japanese builders tend to be on Twitter.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Zach told us that. He told me that anyway on his videos. He didn't tell me that directly. I guess he told the world. But.
Told the world. Yeah, on his monthly one. I know he usually gets that.
Gunpla
News. Yeah, he does the person.
Yeah, and then sometimes there's within the Discord on his Patreon Discord, it gets blown up with different cool people to follow on the Twit sphere. I follow a handful of comedians and some political people, and mostly Japanese modelers, and American modelers, and European modelers.
Yeah, I follow some of the other like Right Stuff and Funimation and Crunchyroll and stuff like that for like the news about
Oh yeah, find out what's going
whatever
on.
the hell could be going on.
Yeah, dude. I follow Bandai Namco for sure for all the video game
Bandai.
goodness. Yeah. Bandai and Bandai Namco. Because Bamco is from Soft to a degree. You know, Bandai is part of Dark Souls, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bamco. Bamco from Soft, yeah.
No way to gauge what the situation is until the fighting's over. Our Federation special.
So yeah, I was a little disappointed when I read that though. I was like, wow, I don't know if I'm gonna watch that.
Oh yeah, with the redub? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that would be cool, like introduce Evangelion to a new generation, if you will.
Maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know that if it's not, that there will be horrendous outcries online.
Well, and I don't know much about that whole industry, but from what I was reading from this story was that like when you buy the rights to it, you own the dub, so it's not like some weird thing where they don't have the rights to use it. They just aren't. Because I know sometimes that stuff is like real wacky. Like that's why some shows never get dubs and some shows do. And
we shall see.
Like who has the rights to it? I know that got even more complicated more recently with that whole like Crunchyroll Funimation split thing and who had the rights to what.
Right. Well, I remember Funimation being around forever.
Yeah, Funimation, and they do a lot of dubs.
I want to say, like, I feel like I watched some, what was it, like Ren and Stimpy or something that was a Funimation, or like Ninja Turtles or something like that back in the day. It was like distributed by Funimation or something.
It could be.
Can't remember.
They have like I have their streaming service, and they have a lot of older stuff.
What, Crunchyroll?
No, Funimation.
Crunchyroll's all right. I almost picked it back up for a month just so that I could watch Berserk 2016 again, but I didn't.
I have
Crunchyroll sucks.
What's the other one called?
Netflix. It's fucking region locked. I hate it.
Oh, it's not. Well, yeah, Berserk's not on. Like 2016 isn't on any platforms. I can buy it
because it's like a little
Crazy.
too much, is what I've heard.
Well, no,
I've not seen it.
Egg of the King's out. No, the 3 movies for the Egg of the King series, which is very extreme.
Those
but
are
then
on
again,
Netflix.
if you talk about 2016, it also is. He's a little dark. It doesn't look. It doesn't speak kindly on some of the major social influencing portions of this world. Anyway, yeah, that's the best way I can say it without saying it.
In general, though, I find animated pretty uncensored. Like as a whole, some of the things I've watched, I'm like, damn, that's pretty heavy for an animated show.
I don't know, and it just goes to show you that if it is that way, then wow.
Yeah, I'm watching a show now. Actually, it had a Gundam reference in it the other day called Future Diary, which is not at all about like a diary like you're thinking. It's like you get powers. 12 people get powers to see the future through like a phone diary type of thing, and it's a game of death. Like one person will survive, but anywho, I like the pictures made it look bubbly and young and.
So who does Charles Bronson play?
Main character.
See what I did there?
They replaced him with Jason Statham.
Oh, of course. How could I? Is there a scene where Jason Statham is having intercourse with a young lady while being electrocuted?
Yes,
Oh no, that's
actually.
that other that's that Crank. That's the Crank
Crank
series
out?
of movies.
Crank out?
Yeah, that's that Crank series of movies. My mistake.
Same thing.
He's he's fixing a car, right? Like what was he? The transporter.
That was the transporter. Yeah.
Yeah, the transporter. And I'll tell you here. I read a
Didn't age
ridiculous
well.
meme. No, not at all.
But when it first came out, it was like
It was hype. Yeah, it was hype. Yeah, dude.
What's that?
No doubt. The transporter series or like.
Oh
the
yeah.
films.
I liked
Yeah.
the first one. I don't remember watching much of them after that, but
I think I saw 1 and 2.
like the thing with like shows like movies like the transporter and stuff is like when they first come out, like the franchise or like a series or something like that, it'll do really well because it's like the first of that style for that time.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then like when they do like the next three iterations, it doesn't age well because it's like they've already established that style of action movie or something like that, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like
Yeah, it's like
done
Taken.
something
Like
similar.
when you
Oh,
watch
right.
the first Taken, it was entertaining. It was cool. Now that they've done 5 Takens and 6 other movies that look exactly the same anyway with the same story.
Exactly.
I mean, truth be told, there was only 3 Takens. There was Taken, Taken In, and Tooken.
What about Retaken?
No, you're thinking of that's just a fever dream.
That was an OVA.
Yeah. It's a fever dream you had after too many vodka tonics.
There you go.
That's the TV talking.
Yeah, right. Don't fall asleep in front of the TV, folks.
No, the tuberculosis TB.
Oh,
TB.
Oh shit. Wow. Deep cuts for lung surgery. Always clean your files. Always clean your files. So I got Sekiro. Haven't played it yet.
Oh yeah, I have to watch like a review of that game to see. I got to see some gameplay.
Everything.
The reviews are pretty good though, I've heard.
All my friends that play online, all the Dark Souls homies that I have from way back in the day, and like the new friends that I've made are all like, I have said I absolutely love this game, and this game is absolute garbage, and oh my god, this game is the fucking best game I've played ever, all within the same day. That makes me think that it's generally a good game. Like, it's challenging and rewarding, and that to me is like what makes a great game. I've been spoiled by Dark Souls because of its reward system, which is so daunting but rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
That like all other games, I have a hard time playing because I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't challenging and this isn't rewarding.
And I'm not understanding the gameplay style. Like, is it just a linear style game like God of War, or is it completely open world?
It's not completely open world. It isn't completely scripted either. I think that there are like areas that you move through and like tasks that you're trying to complete, like mission or missions, but they are based around a central storyline. But they aren't in a way scripted like I don't know if they're scripted not like a Tomb Raider per se, which tends to be like big areas you can move around, but they're kind of like corridors in a way with like mystery, you know. I think that they're like bigger areas with roaming enemies, like things you can encounter, things you don't have to interact with to get and do stuff, similar to the way that Dark Souls is laid out, but with a different feel, you know, more of a successor to what were they saying on Discord? Were y'all saying on Discord like a Tenchu stealth assassins or something like that?
I did not catch that. I wasn't
Catch that?
familiar.
Yeah.
Like I saw you guys talking about it, but I'm not familiar with the.
Yeah, from the look of it and the feel of everything that I've seen, I haven't watched anything since it was slated to be released, or since it was like a few weeks prior, because I didn't want to see any of the spoiler stuff. I know only what I saw in the initial trailers, like 4 spoilers. So it's going to be a great experience.
Because I know there's another one coming out. I think it's later this year. That's got like a similar vibe, like that. Samurai ninja style, but it's a completely open world.
Yeah, that one makes me think more like what's that? What was that one? It was Bushido Blade. Kind of made me think of a little bit of Bushido Blade in regards to sword fighting style, where it was a lot more like stance based, kind of like For Honor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but not as clunky as For Honor.
No, yeah. For Honor has a lot of those different fighting styles. Some of them are pretty heavy, like medieval styles, you know. But yeah, the combat on that game was all right.
We're almost practically there. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. It's dangerous.
All right. I am gonna make another drink.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves, obviously.
No, I refuse. I refuse. As I dig through my box.
I have no friends.
Alright.
Damn it. Oh.
So did you still have to go to work like normal, or did you take like a week off to move?
No, I'm going to work like normal. I don't go in till today. I don't go until like 2:30. So.
Oh, that's not bad.
Time.
Yeah, when we bought the house, I took like a week or 2 off just so I could move and get things ready without anyone around.
Packing and stuff as I go, like before work and after work. It's annoying.
Yeah.
God, why do you so much stuff, Alex? Holy shit! Oh.
That was my wife when we moved. She was like, "What the hell did I buy?" I wasn't into Gundam yet, so I had like nothing to move.
Nice.
Just some furniture. I spent most of the time painting of that week.
Well, I'm sure you had like your tool set and shit for your car, probably, right?
Yeah, that was. I didn't have a garage, and my previous was a townhouse, so I didn't have that. I had it all at my parents' house because they have a garage, and that's where I used to work on my car. So it wasn't that big of a deal. I moved that over kind of slowly. But it was nice to have. This is the first place where I had my own garage. And now I just don't use it. Okay. A Gundam! All right, we got 2 giant clunkers of feet with a little bit of bend.
So much garbage.
It's a good time to throw everything away, right?
No.
Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore.
RX-78. Nice. It will definitely.
I'll take apart. Oh, fuck me, man.
What am I doing here? Legs.
Jensen E.O. Fleming, the Atlas Gundam, reporting for duty.
EO and the Atlas. This won't last long. Okay, ruins that thing.
Man. I was contemplating really just dropping the money on what is it? The movers that'll just pack all your shit up for you.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I don't want to drop that kind of money for a guy who lives by himself.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I don't
Next
get that kind
time,
of money for a guy that lives with a wife.
if I moved, like, if I move, I'm not moving around here. Like, that, I'm not going to buy another house in this vicinity. So it would be moving to like a different state or area. And I'm assuming that would be for work and negotiating some moving expenses in there.
Yeah. Yeah, the property taxes in my current neighborhood have skyrocketed thanks to gentrification. So my rent went way up for no reason other than that, and it isn't sustainable. So that's where we are.
Bummer.
Yep. Sorry though. Soon I'll be doing the Alex job right now. He's doing the dance. Doing that fandango. Thunderbolt and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Alex.
Actually, you guys saw that Facebook post that I posted, right? That party I went to?
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally.
Shit, when my wife thought that was hilarious.
That was not a karaoke bar. That was a completely like devoted space for like this group of friends that I hang out with. That they happen.
They
to
rented
own
a party
building,
space,
and
right?
so, huh?
You're saying like basically they rented a party space, right?
It's not rent. They own the building.
They
So
own it. Wow.
Yeah, so the top building is just like a space, like a rec area with like a bar and stuff like that, all set up for just like hanging out.
That's crazy.
So we went out to dinner that night, and then we went up to the top floor and just kind of hung out there all night with drinks. I wasn't drinking, but I was just sitting there eating nuts and ice cream, watching everybody else sing. But yeah, we were singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Boys.
So they have like a clubhouse.
Did you get up there
So
and
like
sing?
yeah, like all the like laser lights, the stage with the freaking karaoke machine, like that's all stuff that they
All their
bought
stuff?
and just put in there.
That's awesome. Sounds like a good group of associates.
Oh yeah.
Or a good group of people to associate with, for that matter.
Guys, I just threw away something like 12 bottle caps. Like the plastic bottles. You know
What are you doing?
What's wrong with you?
Cycle.
Well, I'm putting all the plastic with the plastic.
Oh, you're saying you chucked it in recycling. Got you.
Well, I'm saying is I picked up 12 freaking plastic bottle caps off of my desk.
What's wrong with you?
What you doing, man?
Clearly, too much freaking like plastic bottle tea and Coke and shit like that, I guess.
Alex, my dear friend, you gotta like exercise a little bit of control over your personal space, my brother.
My desk was an eye-opening experience. I think the cleanest it's ever been was when I first moved in.
Now you can learn and grow from this experience.
Yeah, I tried. Old habits die hard, don't they?
Perfect response. It's like, yeah, no.
I hate when my desk is messy. I don't know how you guys. I can't.
You see, I'm for against that. So, I clean my desk regularly. Like, every week to 2 weeks, I'll go through and I'll clean off what's going on in my workbench. Just like, I keep things, relevant, but I'll, tidy up. I'll sweep the dust. I'll, clean off whatever's like, just whatever's collected around it, like whatever gaming books I have pulled out that I'm not using currently, I'll put those away or whatever. Just, maintenance. Gotta do.
Usually, like, end of night, I clean my desk off. Like, if I'm working in here, I clean the desk off when I'm done.
Yeah, so like throw out the beer bottles, throw out the whatever, what is going on, like vacuum, do the things.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of discipline.
But you're also not like drinking beers and all that jazz too. So
I just can't, like, especially like build dust and stuff like that. I have to get the hell out of there. Nubs.
Yeah, no, I've already cleaned build dust twice off of my desk since we've been streaming. So
I'm about to do it in a minute because I got nubs everywhere. And I think I'm going to stop building this because I hear my wife having a hard time with my son.
Oh.
My kid fell asleep on the car ride home from my mother-in-law's at like 5 o'clock and he never woke up.
Oh, no.
But I believe he woke up. He woke up. That's when I got a phone call. He woke up.
Gotcha. He should come co-stream with you.
Yeah. He's probably insanely cranky because he slept for 5 hours and then woke up and got told to go back to bed.
No, I don't want to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him.
Or is it this? Huh, interesting, because this scene takes place, I think, in the end of book 6? Or is it, no, it's the beginning of book 6.
That's when him and the girl are playing jazz together.
Yeah, Bianca Carlisle.
Bianca.
Yeah, because Cornelius is all like, she's like, Bianca Carlisle! Fucking Asuka. Too true for you.
What's with all the Asuka hate?
We love Asuka. Asuka Langley, so are you.
You've never seen the rebuilds, right?
You must be the third child. What?
You've never seen the rebuilds, right?
No, I haven't.
So, do you know any of the story of the rebuilds? Like,
nope.
Oh, then never mind.
Yep.
I will not break that for you.
I almost picked up 111.
1-1. Well, I'll tell you that 111 is basically the same exact story. Like to the end of 111, it's the same Evangelion you watched.
Okay.
Just compressed into a movie. And then 2-2 kind of slightly veers off, and then 3-3 is very different.
And those are all movies?
Paul? Yep. I think I lost you there for a sec.
I said they're all movies?
Yeah, they're all, I would say, hour-and-a-half movies.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
similar to Death and Rebirth and End.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Then I'll just go pick those up real easy.
Yeah.
At my local Kinokuniya.
Yeah. But yeah, when you get through,
Kinokuniya sponsor us.
When you get through 3.0, remind me, and we'll have a talk about something with Asuka.
Dope. Uh-oh. Because I know a lot about Asuka from just being a Gynax / Evangelion nerd for the last 20 plus years. So, we could. Oh, baby.
That's a lovely
yeah.
notice.
Oh yeah, keep it going. Oh, oh yeah.
Scratching records tonight.
Actually, you polished it up
Nice.
really,
What-
really
what-
nicely, dude. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Look at how smooth that is. Oh la la. Yeah, sorta. It's just definitely smooth. It's very evenly matte.
Got my
That was silly.
Guys, I challenge you guys to look in your spice cabinet
Okay, for what?
because you're
Spices?
gonna find a bunch of shit that you bought for a possible eventuality and
Guys.
never fucking used.
like head
Oh,
size.
Alex. Oh, you don't know us, brother.
I'm about to throw
Look at
half this
that.
shit out, dude.
It's a big dude.
I'm sorry that you don't use it, Alex. Mine and Colleen's spice cabinet is regularly restocked and used straight through. There's not an item in there that isn't used that isn't, known about.
That's got to be
Look,
the
look, I
biggest
got
button Gundam.
Gel Cajun seasoning from freaking Bayonne, New Jersey.
God
Put that
bless,
shit on everything. What are you doing?
It's freaking
bless
full.
your heart, Alex. You're such a sweet lad. I know, it's probably because it's garbage. You need some real Cajun seasoning. Next time, man, I should have went spice seasoning shopping for Alex in
But
the Caribbean.
that's my jam right here.
I didn't.
Adobo?
Going to adobo?
Put some adobo on some burgers. Oh my god.
Adobo is a pretty normal seasoning around my house.
Yeah, dude, it kind of rolls throughout.
So it's adobo, saison.
We don't think we have adobo, but
Good shit from Chris.
good shit. Yeah, save that. Obviously.
Good shit. I got some slap your mama.
You got any bad shit?
No, I don't have any bad shit though. No.
Slap your mama.
Yeah.
You like hot stuff, Alex? You like spice?
Not. I don't enjoy it, but the biggest caveat
No.
is
Then the answer is no.
extreme sweating is a side effect of me eating spicy food. I don't mind spicy food.
Obviously. Oh, cool. You like the spicy food, but you get sweaty. Okay.
Yeah.
My nose runs. Yeah.
But the
that's
thing is, I don't like sweating. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel
I
gross.
Oh, you do mind sweating. See, I sweat when I am wearing a Speedo in a snowstorm, snipping on a fucking snow cone. I'll be sweating. That's just how I am. And that's where my wife and I are like Jack Spratt and his wife, because I will sweat like that, and she is physically unable to sweat. So it's weird.
Oh, man. No one's paying attention to the chat.
Who that? Def Robo. Oh, Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, thanks, Shane.
He went in and out.
Hi.
Stop
We missed
drinking
him.
that shit. What? Oh, hell, he bounced. Shane was like, "Whoosh, what are you working on? Whoosh, whoosh."
I can't read the chat, so just call out whatever they're saying for me.
Sure, yeah. No, basically, Robo rolled in and out and like posted like 4 comments that no one was paying attention to.
We're bad hosts.
Yeah. He's like,
Well, I can't
Yo,
read the
what
chat
up?
because I'm on the Google Hangout.
it's
app.
cool, it's cool,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool.
No, you're good.
Yeah, he was just like, hey, what up? Congrats to me on the win from Zach's contest. And then he was asking what we were working on. And he said, stop drinking that shit. Who knows what we were talking about? And then he said, well, boys, I'm passing out. Have a good night. So it was literally a drive-by by our good friend Shane out in Middle America. I think he's in Ohio or in Indiana. He's in Indiana. Yeah, he's in
Sounds
Indiana.
right.
He and Courtney are out there holding it down, being cool. Her stuff's real funny. I'm sure you guys have seen that, right?
Yeah. That greenhouse thing she did is awesome.
Yeah, her miniature work, and then like her different approach to like the hobby, the modeling, and all that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Gun plus freedom, right? That's what I hear.
Get a bloody nose real quick here.
No.
I gotta say, every time I see anything of Shane and like, oh, what's his wife's name?
Courtney.
Courtney, right?
Yeah.
Like, just every time I see anything that they post, or just like see them in general, it's just, in my head, it's just like hashtag relationship goals.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I had a great time hanging out with him and Gio on Anime NYC Day.
Yeah. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to that part of it.
Yeah, it was
everybody.
rad. It was really rad. It's kind of weird. I think that last year SCGMC didn't coincide. I don't know if this year if it does, but all the same.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna go run and try to help my wife out with
Oh yeah.
a little guy. Try to get him back to sleep at a reasonable time so she's not up till 2.
Absolutely respect that.
But it was cool hanging out with both of you. Alex, good luck with the rest of your move, man. Hopefully it goes smooth for you.
I don't have time to vlog this nonsense.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be so busy. Why worry?
And Brian, I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you next week.
For sure, Paul.
Later, guys.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao. That's what they always say in the the Windjammer Cafe in the back of the cruise ship. Is when the head waiter for the Windjammer gets onto the overhead announcing. Every time he closes out his conversation, his announcements, he says, "Have a good cruise and ciao ciao."
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah. Cruises are awesome, dude. They're so chill.
I really want to try one.
It's the best part, honestly. It's like, and they're everywhere. The cruises over in like your end of the world are also really cool. Same chill.
One. But if I were to go on one with Summer, it would be really, really like difficult on her.
Just because of her scheduling, or what?
Well, scheduling too, but she doesn't know how to sit there and do nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh well, does she read?
Yeah, on occasion, yeah. If she's got the time, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have nothing but time, so that's what I'm getting at. That's what I like to do. I do a lot of reading. I do, my own, because I have my own hobbies, obviously. So I do that kind of stuff as well, just like more casually. I can't build a lot of, model kits on the ship. This year we did, but, I'm just kind of like passive. Colleen reads and writes, and then we play like games together. Like we bring little games, like we have these little card games, like we have the Exploding Kittens. I'm sure you've heard of it. We have that game, and then we have another older game that's like kind of like a weird dice game. But yeah, we just like chill out, hang out together, enjoy the sun. You know how cold it gets out here on the East Coast in February.
I think at this point I'm just gonna throw out whatever I feel I can just buy later or if I need it. And,
Oh no, you've gotten to that point. Oh
uh,
no. What's your deadline for getting out? Is it 31st?
I mean, I wanna get it all done, but ideally I'm shooting for the end of this weekend.
Oh, okay. So you got a little bit of time still.
So, I mean, right now it's Thursday afternoon at 12:30, so I still got maybe
A couple of days.
well, like the small stuff, like whatever I can fit in my car, I'm just gonna move, and then like big stuff like tables, chairs, and stuff like that, fridge, stuff like that. I'm gonna rent a truck, but
Yeah, that all
I
goes in
gotta
big
call
truck.
my internet, I gotta call my electric, call my freaking gas and water, and have them change my billing over to the other place, and also unlock the other place too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh, the joys, the responsibilities of adulthood.
like I wasn't prepared for this, man. I was kind of just thrown into it.
Yeah. Why did you have to move so
Like
suddenly?
I got the career at the striking young age of 23,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing shit on how to adult and shit like that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell are you gonna learn about adulting in college? You know,
Nothing.
absolutely nothing. And then you just kind of get thrown into the mix. So it's just like, I don't know. Good ask my mom.
So, no, but why do you have to move so quickly? Is it just like, is your lease running out at the end of the month, or?
Wait. No, it's like my lease is till the second week of the month, but I also want to put my security deposit on this place towards the other place.
Got you.
I already gave them a down payment, but I want to move out, get my money, and freaking just be done with this
Sure.
freaking mold-infested shithole.
Oh well, dude, trust and believe. I'm in the same sort of boat. My place leaves a lot to be desired.
But this was also my first house.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, okay, it's like I'm renting, but like up until this point, I've been living in these like small little. They just call them one rooms, where it's just like a single room that's like
Like a
your
studio.
living room, bedroom.
Yeah, you're in a
all
studio.
Just one small little space, and then you have like a little kitchen. Like my current bedroom is bigger than the entirety of my one room that I was living before I moved in here.
I understand.
So,
I have had the smallest of spaces. I've had gigantic houses that I've been a part of. It's but I'm in the States, so.
no, this is my first like big joint.
Well, now you're moving on up, brother. Your new space looks nice.
Yeah, it's big, and I'll probably do a little like video series on DIYing another spray booth
Mm-hmm.
into the new place. So that's gonna be interesting.
I wish that international travel was super easy. That way, if any of my friends like you, or even if it's like Oliver or anyone, Donovan, even down in C, or Pervender down in South Africa, just like going ahead and flying to give them a hand for the move. I always like helping my friends move.
That should be enough thrust to get me to the surface.
All I can do is sit over here and drill and refine resin.
Why is there so much stuff in these cupboards?
That's the worst, right? I remember I lived
When
in
did I buy all this?
when I moved to New York, man. I lived in this loft for almost 4 years, and when I moved out, it was like day one of moving out was like it was on. It was like, oh man, everything was packed up, or things that weren't packed up. We moved like all sorts of like major things. There was giant loads going, everything was packed to the brim, blah 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 blah. Day two, same thing, only more intense, bigger things, more effective moving, all that stuff. Day three comes around, it was like the dregs. I had to like finish up the little things, and I had like an entire day to do it all, and I had all the stuff, and I did 20% of it. It was terrible. I like hung out and drank Old English, and
the big stuff, that's the easy stuff. It's the organization and packing everything into small little boxes and compartmentalizing. That's the big
dude. Or like, we left like a whole fridge full of food and like all sorts of like just like little things that were, little life things, kind of quality of life things, but at the same time just totally missed it. Totally messed it up. But I haven't moved again since then, so.
How long have you been in your current place?
We moved here in 2009, so 10 years it'll be in October. Yeah.
A long time to be in a
single place, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We've looked around a little bit here and there, off and on, but nothing has been quite right for whatever reason. And here we are. I really enjoyed the jazz in the Thunderbolt series.
Some of the noisier stuff I don't like, but generally.
Yeah, I mean, there's some wacky stuff, but for the most part, yeah.
It's like the jazz equivalent of like heavy metal.
Some of it, yeah.
Like hectic, just like noisy.
Worse than any of the, experimental jazz like Coltrane or whatever. Yeah, seeing Bandit Flower in Anime NYC 2017 was awesome, and then the live jazz concert, that was epic.
Yeah, that would have been. I'd have loved to see that.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, dude, it was so cool. I still have all the videos that I took, like little video snippets that I took saved on my phone. Let's see, put a white shield on it. Yeah, I figured as much.
Garbage.
Still
garbage. That's garbage. That's more garbage. What the hell is this? Aww.
Welcome back, Carla dear. Did you have fun?
You know what, Alex? I think I'm gonna stop the stream because it's just us hanging out.
Yeah, that's fine.
But nobody. If you still want to,